Welcome everybody, welcome back to Blog on a Planet, welcome back to a new video. Today, guys, Puma could be replacing Nike in Barcelona's kit sponsor. This could be interesting, or actually, maybe, is it a plan from Football Club Barcelona in order to get more money from Nike today in this video? And also, substitutes of Gavi, guys. As we know, we have a financial fair play rule which gives us some space in order to find a replacement for Gavi, space in the financial fair play margin. Everything today in this video. But before, guys, make sure to subscribe. I've seen that only 60% of you guys who watch my videos are subscribed to the channel, guys. Make sure to subscribe the rest of the 40% to not miss out anything. So getting back to the point today, Barcelona is actually scaring out Nike because we have somewhat of an interest from Puma in order to become the kit sponsor of Football Club Barcelona for the next years. Actually, Barcelona have a contract until 2026 with Nike, but Barcelona could be starting talks with Puma in order to replace Nike for the further years, or maybe even replacing Nike as soon as next season. This could be interesting. It's certainly a lot of money involved. Barca's contract with Nike adds up to 105 million euros, which could actually sum up to 155 million euros during those 10 years, because it was signed in 2016. 10 years with 105 million in 10 years, which could add up to 155 with bonuses, which means if we get far in the Champions League, if we win titles, etc., etc. But Puma is interested. Puma is interested, by the way. Barcelona has not been very happy with Nike lately because of their late manufacturing dates and stuff like this, which certainly are hurting our balance sheet, because Barcelona sells a lot of kits. You know, for example, when you have a new signing, you want to have the kits of this new signing as soon as it can be up for sale, right? Or, for example, when you have new kits, right? At the beginning of the season, and last year too, there were shortages, guys, shortages of the new kits. Basically, sales that didn't happen because we didn't have enough kits manufactured by Nike. And certainly there, the relations are not getting too tough. But, guys, let me tell you, because this could all be a plan from Mr. Joan Laporta and company in order to squeeze out more money from Nike. Because if you scare Nike saying, oh, maybe Puma, we can sign with Puma for the next years, Nike now wants to renegotiate the deal with Football Club Barcelona, which could mean more money in the pocket of the club. And this is great. I think it's important we negotiate, we do things like this, because Barça is a big institution and we deserve the biggest and best contract in the world. And if it's not Nike, then it will be Puma, or actually there's other brands behind, such as New Balance, Under Armour. Who knows? We will see. Actually, I'm happy with Nike. I think that Puma would be kind of cool, but I'm not sure, guys. Let me know in the comments if you prefer Puma, if you prefer Nike, if you prefer, I don't know, Under Armour, if you prefer New Balance. Who knows? I think I'm open. But at the moment, I'm happy with Nike. You know, a change, it could be risky. Maybe they start doing shit designs, or maybe they start doing crazy designs. We will see. I think at the end of the day, it's all about the money, and whoever offers bigger money, best money, then it will get the contract. Remember, the contract between Nike and Barça ends in 2026, literally a couple years from now. Moving on, guys. After the arrival of Victor Roque to Football Club Barcelona, the club is thinking about another arrival, guys. Of course, we need to replace Gavi. Unfortunately, he's injured for about a year. Now he's been injured for about a month. But we certainly need to replace him. Remember, there is a new financial fair play rule which gives us 80% of his salary as a new space in the financial fair play. Basically, Gavi's earning about 6 million euro per season, which means we will get about 5 million euro space in the financial fair play margin due to this new rule, so we can replace the player with a new signing, basically. Also, we get a compensation from FIFA from about, I think it was 20,500 euros every day that the player is injured to a maximum of 365 days. Therefore, that adds up to about 7.5 million euros that we could be getting from FIFA, but this money that we get from FIFA doesn't count for the financial fair play. What certainly counts for the financial fair play as a discount is the 80% of the wage bill of the player, which gets discounted from the total wage bill and opens up some space for Barcelona to find replacements. What are these replacements, guys? And some of them will surprise you. Let me tell you. Of course, first one is Giovanni Lo Celso, guys. I think we've been talking about Giovanni Lo Celso in this channel before. Barcelona was behind him during the summer transfer market. It was an option, not the first option, but certainly replacing Busquets is not easy. Giovanni Lo Celso is not a replacement for Busquets, but it could be a replacement for Gavi for some time. The problem is that Tottenham is not wanting to negotiate. They're actually closing down, and we don't want a transfer, we want a loan. Therefore, it's a little difficult. To my eyes, I don't see it happening. And now actually Tottenham had the injury of Maddison, who is the player who was playing in his position, and now Lo Celso is literally playing most of the games. Therefore, a little difficult in my eyes. On the other hand, Thiago Alcantara, careful with Thiago Alcantara, a former Football Club Barcelona player, La Masia player. I think it would be interesting to have him. Of course, it's not the same as Gavi, it's more a creative player, less pressing, but I think has a lot of quality. Terminating contract in 2024, guys, June 2024. Of course, it's not now in this winter transfer market, but certainly he can start negotiating with other teams. And maybe we can get a loan for the next 6 months. He's coming from an injury though, and he hasn't really been playing too much. But this opens up the doors for us. I think it's an interesting option, certainly. But as he's been injured a bit, then I'm not that sure. I'm not that sure about Thiago Alcantara. But familiar faces, I think it's cool. On the other hand, guys, Adrien Rabiot, and this could be a juicy one. I think Adrien Rabiot provides a lot to the table. Actually, a player that Barcelona has looked around many times in the past. He is a starter in Juventus, and I see it as a little hard, guys. A little hard to get a loan. Maybe we can get a transfer, but Barcelona don't have too much money for the transfer. And remember, Gavi's gonna be eventually coming back. So Adrien Rabiot, I see it as a little hard because Allegri, the coach of Juventus, is certainly playing Rabiot every single game, and I don't see Juventus giving us one of their best players at the moment, which is Adrien Rabiot. But it's an option. Who knows? Maybe if the player pressures from his side, he could be arriving. On the other hand, guys, somebody that's not too well known. He is a Czech player, center mid. He's a well-known player there in the Premier League. His name is Tomáš Souček. Tomáš Souček is actually ending his contract now in June 2024, and he's valued, guys, at 35 million euros. What if we could get this player, which, by the way, he scored 7 goals in 26 appearances as a midfielder, guys. This is certainly could be an improvement to the squad right now with the missing of Gavi, and a player that has goal. Barcelona needs goals. We are possibly the least effective team in Europe right now. In fact, together with Napoli, we're facing Napoli. And talking about Napoli, the other player that Barcelona could be interesting is Piotr Zielinski, if that said right. Well, Zielinski is a 29 Polish player. He's one of the captains of Napoli, and he has been a sensation lately in the Serie A with Napoli. I think could be interesting because I've seen him play. I think he's quite juicy of a player in order to replace Gavi. The problem is that we are facing Napoli in the Champions League, and I don't see them giving us one of their best players, one of their captains to Barcelona, which we are playing now in the Champions League. But who knows? If the players pressures from his side, this could be happening. Last guys, Guido Rodriguez, and one of my favorites, guys, because he is a pivot. He is a CDM, central defensive midfielder. I think Guido Rodriguez knows La Liga, knows the environment. Betis is, playing some, not tiki-taka, but they're playing, some passing football with Manuel Pellegrini nowadays. And I think it would fit nicely in Barcelona so far, and a good replacement for Gavi for these few months. The problem is that Betis Betis really wants Guido Rodriguez in their team, and they had William Carvalho, which hasn't been on the level lately, and Guido Rodriguez has replaced William Carvalho so far. But if we get Guido Rodriguez for them, they will still have William Carvalho, which is an option that certainly opens up the door for us. At last, in the last position, and not the least, but Wilfred Ndidi. Wilfred Ndidi from Leicester City. He's a very aggressive player. I think he's, you remember how aggressive Gavi was. Well, a player not as aggressive, but with a lot of speed, with aggressivity, and I think it's a player that can certainly fit in that role of play that Gavi was doing so well. The only problem is that I don't see him too much doing the tiki-taka, that Barcelona are doing, even though we're playing very offensive football nowadays. But the tiki-taka is certainly something that we need to do. Barcelona is very well known for passing, right? Although with Xavi now we lost a little bit of the vibe here, and we're playing more offensive, taking a little bit of risk. Maybe Ndidi could be good for Barcelona. Guys, let me know which player do you think fits best. If not, if there's another player that I haven't mentioned in the list, then of course let me know in the comments, and for sure choose between Puma, Nike, or any other brand. Would be interesting, or maybe coming back to the old days with Kappa. Kappa was cool, guys. Kappa was cool. And I have a few shirts. In fact, one day I will show you all the shirts that I have, because I have a ton of shirts, and many of them signed, by the way. If you guys are interested, let me know in the comments, or even send me a DM on Instagram, because maybe I could be putting in sale some of the signed shirts that I have. Some of them are incredible. Say no more, guys. Make sure to subscribe, make sure to smash the likes, and of course, and now that I always say, Visca el Barça, Visca Catalunya, and see you in the next video. Wow.